Jacob's many women, 2 wives and 2 substitute wives, led to sad and bitter consequences amongst the children. Anger, resentment, and jealousy were common amongst Jacob's son. It's interesting to know that the worst of the fighting and rivalry occurred between Leah's children and Rachel's children and amongst the tribes that descended from them. Welcome back to the program, everybody. I'm Reverend Sid, and today we'll be picking up from where we left off at and start our reading at Genesis chapter 30, verse 25 through 43, Jacob's wealth increases. And if you ain't did it already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment on any video on this channel. Thank you. All right, let's get started with our reading, Genesis chapter 30, verse 25 through 43. Soon after Rachel had given birth to Jacob, Joseph said to Laban, "Please release me so I can go home to my own country. Let me take my wives and children, for I have earned them by serving you, and let me be on my way. You certainly know how hard I have worked for you." "Please listen to me," Laban replied. "I have become wealthy, for the Lord has blessed me because of you. Tell me how much I owe you. Whatever it is, I'll pay it." Jacob replied, "You know how hard I have worked for you and how your flocks and herds have grown under my care. You had little indeed before I came, but your wealth has increased enormously. The Lord has blessed you through everything I've done. But now what about me? When can I start providing for my own family?" "What wages do you want?" Laban asked again. Jacob replied, "Don't give me anything. Just do this one thing and I'll continue to tend to watch over your flocks. Let me inspect your flocks today and remove all the sheep and goats that are speckled or spotted, along with all the black sheep. Give me these as my wages. In the future, when you check the animals you have given me as my wages, you'll see that I have been honest. And if you find in my flock any goats without speckles or spots, or any sheep that are not black, you will know that I have stolen them from you." "All right," Laban replied. "It will be as you say." But that very day Laban went out and removed the male goats that were streaked and spotted, all the female goats that were speckled and spotted, and had white patches, and all of the black sheep. He placed them in the care of his own son, who took them a 3-day journey away from where Jacob was. Meanwhile, Jacob stayed and cared for the rest of Laban's flock. Then Jacob took some fresh branches from popular almond and plane trees and peeled off the stripes of bark, making white streaks on them. Then he placed these peeled branches in the watering troughs where the flocks came to drink, for that is where they made it. And when they made it in front of the white streaked branches, they gave birth to young that were streaked, speckled, and spotted. Jacob separated those lambs from Laban's flock. And at mating time, he turned the flock to face Laban's animals that were streaked or black. This is how he built his own flock instead of increasing Laban's. Whenever the stronger females were ready to mate, Jacob would place the peeled branches in the watering troughs in front of them. Then they would mate in front of the branches. But he didn't do this to the weaker one, so the weaker lambs belonged to Laban and the stronger ones were Jacob's. As a result, Jacob became very wealthy with large flocks of sheep and goats, female and male servants, and many camels and donkeys. It's unclear what this method was or how it worked. Some say that there was belief amongst the herdmen that vivid impressions at mating time influenced the offspring. Most likely the selective breeding and God's promise of provision were the main reason that Jacob's flocks increased. Alrighty, that's going to wrap up our reading for today, y'all. Please join me on the next episode where we'll jump into Genesis chapter 31, verses 1 through 21. Jacob flees from Laban. It's been a pleasure having y'all. Have a blessed rest of your Friday. Peace.